It's been a quiet summer for Manchester United in the transfer window so far. While teams like Chelsea, City and Arsenal have been active in the transfer market and made their signings early, United have failed to make any transfers and are in danger of falling behind the pack. United had a great project restart and an end to the season in the league, and this summer is the perfect opportunity to kick on and invest in the squad. Manchester United finished third in the league behind Manchester City and Liverpool. But there are still plenty of gaps in the squad that need to be filled before they can challenge the top two. Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire have been a solid centre-back partnership for most of the season, but there are some noticeable flaws in that partnership. Both of them are right-footed, which means Maguire has to sacrifice to play on his unnatural left side of the back too. Both of them are relatively slow and unathletic, which means playing a high line with them as a centre-back pairing is a risky proposition. Victor Lindelof has struggled against dealing with more physical players, and defending against crosses coming into the box is a glaring weakness in his game, which was evidently displayed in Sevilla's winning goal against United in the Europa League semi-finals, which makes signing a fast, athletic, left-footed centre-back a priority. Matic enjoyed a resurgence in the restart in centre midfield. However, at 32, he is not the long-term solution for United. While Scott McTominay and Fred showed some promise last year, both of them are more of box-to-box players than a pure number 6 who could sit back and allow Pogba and Fernandes to push forward. Hence, United should look to bring in a defensive midfielder who would complement Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in their midfield. While Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial have been electric in front of goal this season, United is still in need of some additions on the right wing. Mason Greenwood's long-term future is in the number 9 role, and Dan James, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata and Andreas Pereira are decent squad players, but they cannot start regularly if United were to challenge for the title. When the front three of Rashford, Martial and Greenwood is misfiring, or one of them is injured, United currently do not have anyone of their caliber to back them up or challenge them for the starting spot. A right winger with first-team quality will be another priority for them in this transfer window. The first option United could consider is Borussia Dortmund's centre-back Dan-Axel Zagadou. The Frenchman has been compared with the likes of Samuel Umtiti for his towering frame and ability on the ball makes him the perfect modern-day centre-back. Last season, he had an astonishing pass completion of 91.7%, as well as a long pass completion of 85.7%, along with 4.26 passes per 90 into the final third. Standing at 6'5", Zagadou is perfectly suited to the Premier League. He averaged 3.26 aerial duels won per 90 last season at a high win percentage of 71.9%. With only 2 years left on his contract, Dortmund may be open to selling him at the right price. Another option, though a bit unrealistic, is the newly crowned European champion David Alaba. Alaba has excelled at centre-back this season and was an integral part of Bayern's European dominance. Alaba has a pass completion of 90.6% and also averaged 9.98 passes into the final third per 90, which was the most for any centre-back in Europe's top 5 leagues. Alaba only has a year left on his contract deal with Bayern Munich, and reports were suggesting that he was on his way to England. However, Bild's head of football, Christian Falk, quickly denied those rumours, and signing the Austrian may be a bit unrealistic for United this summer. Our pick for this position is Villarreal's Spanish centre-back Pau Torres. The 23-year-old had a breakout season at Villarreal, which also helped him earn his first call-up to the national side in November. The Spaniard is blessed with lightning pace and athleticism and was the fastest defender in La Liga last season, clocking a high speed of 34.9 km per hour. Torres is incredibly composed defensively and is only dribbled past 0.2 times per 90. Clubs like Barcelona are also said to be monitoring his situation, and while he does have 4 years left on his contract, there is a £45.5 million release clause in his contract which Manchester United can trigger to sign him. The first option United can consider is Portuguese midfielder William Carvalho. Carvalho is the budget option for the Red Devils, but can be a great addition to the midfield. He is a Portuguese international who offers great defensive intuition and has an excellent reading of the game and knows exactly where to be to break up the play. Another underrated part of his game is his excellent passing range, and he had an 89% pass completion in La Liga last season. Carvalho has an imposing defensive presence with the physicality to be successful in the Premier League. Another option United could consider is the 17-year-old Eduardo Camavinga. The Rennes midfielder is one of the brightest young prospects and has been linked to the likes of Real Madrid. Camavinga was one of the brightest sparks in the Liga 1 last season. He averaged 7.73 successful pressures per 90 and an impressive 2.3 tackles won per 90 last season. Camavinga also averaged 1.46 interceptions per game and a tidy pass completion of 89%. United will likely face loads of competition for the 17-year-old, but securing his signature would be a statement signing for the Red Devils. But our pick for the central defensive midfield spot is Atletico Madrid and Ghana midfielder Thomas Partey. The midfield general is heavily linked to Arsenal, but they seem reluctant to pay his £45 million release clause, and that could be something United can afford. Partey plays primarily as a defensive midfielder in 4-4-2 system, but can be a box-to-box midfielder as well. He averaged 2.3 tackles and 1.5 interceptions per game last season and is an excellent ball winner. Partey is also known for his dribbling, as he averaged 1.8 successful dribbles per 90 last season at an incredibly high dribble success rate of 84%. He can be used to great effect in a three-man midfield with Pogba and Bruno, with him sitting deep as a number 6 and the other two could operate as attacking 8s. Or he could be used in a midfield double pivot with Pogba and Bruno playing in the number 10 role. The first option is Lucas Ocampos, the Argentine winger who knocked Manchester United out of the Europa League in the semi-final. He was excellent for Sevilla last season as they finished 4th and won the Europa League, with Ocampos scoring 14 goals and bagging 3 assists in La Liga. Ocampos is incredibly direct, and he took 2.7 shots per game last season, as well as 2.97 successful dribbles per 90. Ocampos is known for his pace and intelligent movements in the final third, which makes him a menace in front of goal. The other player they can look to get is the recently relegated winger from Watford, Ismaila Sarr. Sarr has more Premier League experience than Ocampos and could be a much cheaper option given that Watford has been relegated. Sarr managed 5 goals and 4 assists in the league last season. However, he underperformed his XG, indicating there is more to come from the winger. Sarr created 3.23 shot-creating actions per 90 and also managed 2.27 dribbles per 90 last season. His most dangerous asset, though, is his blistering pace and movement, and that was particularly on show last season when Watford ended Liverpool's unbeaten run in a 3-0 victory. The player who we think Manchester United should go for in this position is Sancho. Sancho had an unbelievable 2019-20 season, scoring 17 goals and bagging 16 assists for Borussia Dortmund. Sancho had an astonishing non-penalty XG of 0.35 per 90, as well as an XA of 0.32 per 90. He also averaged 3.78 dribbles per 90 and 4.39 shot-creating actions per 90. United and Dortmund appear to be at an impasse with this transfer and are haggling over the price as Dortmund won a transfer fee in excess of £100 million. Although that might seem like a lot, signing a player of his caliber and abilities would be worth it, as it solves a problem in the lineup for Manchester United and adds an already world-class talent to the team. These are the 3 players we believe that United should sign to help them challenge for the title and regain their dominance in England. United have for long been famous for their inept transfer strategies, but a renewed approach on the transfer front has seen them invest in talent that suits the system and fix Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's philosophy. Now that Ole has delivered on the pitch, it's time for the board to deliver in the transfer market and back the manager. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. So, what do you all think? Which 3 players should United sign in this transfer window to challenge for the league next season? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section, hit that like button if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you all soon.